It's Thursday, and you know what that means. We're back at it again with another Griever deck. Welcome back to MTG Dungeon, everyone. Today we are playing Teferi, Scepter, Silence. This is a deck that I have been working on. We did a previous video kind of testing out the theory of it. We've gone through and done some fine tuning, so we're going to go over the deck list before we start hopping into some games. So we're playing 24 land, 2 Celestial Colonnade, 3 Flooded Strand, 1 Glacial Fortress, 2 Hollowed Fountain, 5 Islands, 1 Mountain, 1 Mystic Gate, 2 Mystic Sanctuaries, 1 Plains, 4 Scalding Tarn, a Steam Vent, and a Sulphur Falls. For our 1-drops, we have 3 Path, 4 Silence, 3 Lightning Bolt. 2 drops, we have 1 Blessed Alliance, 3 Remand, 3 Snapcaster, 3 Lightning Helix, 4 Isochron Scepters. 3 drops, we have 2 Force Negations and 4 Teferi Time Ravelers. And for our 4 drops, we have 1 Jace Mind Sculptor, 3 Cryptic Command, and 2 Supreme Verdict. So talking about the main board really quick, I really have enjoyed Blessed Alliance as a one-of because you can cast it off an Isochron Scepter and escalate it still. So you can like make them sack an attacking creature and gain 4 life, which in the Burn Blitz matchups is fantastic. It's such a feel good. You can just lock certain players out of the game with that, and it's so good. And then obviously the main goal is we're trying to get a Teferi on the board with our opponent having no board state and putting a Silence under an Isochron Scepter and just completely locking them out of the game. They don't get to do anything ever again. And then so for our sideboard we have 2 Ceremonious Rejection, 2 Aether Gust, 1 Disdainful Stroke, 2 Mystical Disputes, 2 Anger of the Gods, 3 Ashiok, Dream Render, and then 3 Wear Tears. So I mean it's a pretty typical control sideboard. We're just kind of trying to answer the main decks in the game. So alright, with that we are going to head over into some matches.
Round 1. Fight!
Alright, looks like we are on the draw, and we have 2 of the pieces that we want in 5 land. I don't think we can keep this if they have a discard deck of any kind. We are just... Ooh, okay, so this is definitely a keepable hand. Keep... I think we unfortunately... I think we're going to put a Path on the bottom. Let's see how this goes. Hollowed Fountain. So this may be a control mirror. Well, we did find a 4th land for Cryptic, so that's good. I think we would probably want to draw a Force of Negation. Because usually I go turn 3 to Teferi. We can force it, and then we can try and stick ours and see if they have a Force Negation. Snapcaster is not really what we want. Ooh, field. Alright, so they can take out our Colonnade, which I don't think matters a whole lot, but well, we found an additional path. They didn't play a Teferi. I don't want to put this Teferi out into harm's way. So this actually might be the Wildfire deck as well. And both the Colonnade, I assume. Steam Vents. Sure, Float of Blue. Let's see what happens. We'll grab a Mountain. This is why I always run a basic. Alright, so like if they're gonna try and like opt or something, we could have just like tapped, cast Cryptic, bounce to land, put them down a land drop. Okay. try like a Jace here? Like what's... So they'll draw for Bobble. They know what we're drawing. Like Silence would probably be like the best thing to draw. So we attempt to silence them, and if it resolves, we're just gonna stick a Teferi down. Alright. That, I guess, kind of worked out. Oh! No, that's fine. So I'm guessing this is an Urza deck of some kind then. If they're running, oops. We're throwing a Metallic Rebuke. There's no reason to downtick, so we just uptick Teferi here. So ideally we would want to find a fetch. Fetch land doesn't even get us the sanctuary that we would want. Skyclave. That's unfortunate. I mean, sword. Yeah, so this is an Urza. So this is an... Alright, the blue-white Urza. Interesting. So at least we can just path that and then keep Force Negation up. Then we have a 3/3 Illusion. Did miss a land drop. We also have Snap Path up, so we don't have to reveal that we have a second one in hand. I am okay. Oh, so I guess if they figure they get combo online, then they just Aetherflux Reservoir us to death. Which I guess. So this is on 0. So like, okay, we can kill the illusion token. I got one card in hand. We are missing a third blue. Which is unfortunate. Alright. The nice thing is that if like they try and cast Urza, we can just put it back in their hand. I think we're gonna go Snapcaster Path, the Urza. Because then all that's left is the Construct. So now they can spin the wheel with Urza once. I guess remanding it probably would have been better, because then I had to tap out, and then they would have had it, and then they couldn't have activated his... Alright, cool. Person they've already played land for turns, so they got 0 value out of that. Yes. We'll go ahead and path the Construct, because now they're on a 3-turn clock and we have a Cryptic and a Remand up. If we get one more land, we can actually activate the Colonnade and also bash in, so that'll be nice. Our Griefer deck isn't really griefing right now. Oh, counter-target spell, draw a card. No, thank you. So there's a Scepter, which we could put a remand under. I don't see them. There shouldn't be any reason they don't crack explosives this turn. So I think we just wait because we can Snapcaster, Force Negation. Ooh, we could also just Snapcaster silence them. That seems fine. Yes, and then we'll just go ahead and cast the silence. So the only thing I have to worry about is like a whir. But on our turn we'll have a remand up for that. And a cryptic? Alright. This is kind of why I do appreciate the Jeskai Scepter Silence deck, is we are effectively a control deck that just happens to also run Griefer cards. Sometimes that's all you need. Alright, so it was not a whir, so it's good for us. Emery. So I think I am actually okay just remanding Emery and drawing a card. Alright, and there's the concession. Okay. So board wipes aren't. So we definitely want the Ashiok, and we definitely want where. Oh man, I think this turned like a hard control list. I don't think we want Helixes. Don't think we want Blessed Alliance. So we have 3. So I think Ceremonious Rejection and Mystical Dispute come in. I think that's what we go with. We turn into a hard control with a Griefer finish. Also, we didn't see that deck running any of the man lands, so that's also good. And that's one of the only weaknesses with this deck is our opponent having man lands. But that's also where like the Blessed Alliance comes in. Like, all right, if you want to swing, cool. You're not going to do anything. I'll make you sack it. I'm going to gain life, whatever else. All right, see if we can actually. Ooh, so we have a shot. We'll go ahead and keep this. We do have a shot to possibly Griefer them. Surprised they're not running like Witching Wells and whatnot. Alright, so let's start with the Colonnade. Like, we have a Force Negation in case something bad happens. Probably need to fix the land base just a little bit here. Let's say Thought Foundry. Yeah, that one's fine. Let's drop a second Colonnade. If they tap out, we'll just definitely stick to Teferi. So we have to be aware of. That's fine. Do they hit a sword? Oh, they hit 2 swords. Alright, so ideally our top draw would be Ashiok. Steam Vents. Yes. So I think we just return the Emery here. We get a remand. All right. That's not a great position for us, but we do have a Force of Negation for them trying to cast an artifact. Okay, and again, Emery's fine. Oh, so they're running the Stoneforge. version of it, I would assume. No Scepter, which is unfortunate. If they do try and cast the sword, we can just hard cast Force of Negation. Okay, yeah, you can target that. Cast. Sweet, and now that sword is exiled, so it's good for us. Oh, that was a good top draw. Okay, so we want to we want to put the fetch down in case I was like for the remand. So Ashiok. We're definitely causing our opponent some grief here. And there we go. There's a concession. All right. We didn't get to lock him out of the game, but we did effectively just were able to control that game pretty well. All right.
Round 2. Fight!
If you like what we're doing so far, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video. It does help this channel out. Also, leave a comment. I'm always looking for more griefer decks. If I pick the one that you leave in the comments, I will definitely credit you in the videos. Let's check out the next match. Alright, looks like we are on the play. Always be nice to your opponents in chat. We are a griefer deck, but we also yes, let's play first. We're gonna keep and hope to live the dream. We gotta find a white source off the top. So fetch land, Hollow Fountain. Oh. Silence. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we find it. We're gonna hope. I mean, if not, we just kind of we gotta tell our opponent no for a while as well. Oh no! Well, we definitely want, it's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh man. We definitely want to grab that Hollowed Fountain. Yes, I would pay the 2 life. So I think we just want to uptick, and we gotta hope that they don't have a Skyclave Apparition. One time, don't have a Skyclave Apparition. Don't do it. That's, I mean, it's less fine. I assume he's just gonna go there. Oof. We need a good top draw. I think, well, alright, so we get to, we'll bounce first, because if we draw a removal spell for him, alright, well, Jace does get a downtick unsummon. Alright. Oh, we're so close to griefing. We're so close. Yep, you have a Dranith. Okay, so we are officially going to be locking our opponent. Oh, definitely locking our opponent out of the game. All right, so plus. So we're going to let's do that in our upkeep. Since we have a path in hand, I'm just going to go ahead and brainstorm. Put those two on top. I mean, like, we could have just, like, unsummoned. But it's like, path him. Okay, and yeah, we got a lockout. Okay. Sideboard. Okay. Man, mono white. Those don't do anything. So, oh, just a complete concession. Yes, we. Ah, the salt train was so good.
All aboard.
Round 3.
All right, looks like we are on the play. This is a very keepable hand. All right. Start with our colonnade here. So, Storm possibly? Oh, it's a Blitz deck. Okay, well. It's a good thing we have Path and potentially Bolt up. Or Helix, I mean. So this is one of those decent tests of, let's see how this deck is, because like I know the Blitz deck is definitely up there for popularity, and it's a decently good deck. It's actually one of the ones I think I need to finish. I think I'm missing like 3 or 4 pieces. For a Dargon. Okay. So we're gonna fetch Shock. And we're gonna attempt to bolt the dragon. So if he has like double mutagenic growth, then we still have our 1-up for the path. Aha! See, this is why we do things in a certain order. So I just got in with the Lightning Helix. And then we just go, hey, cool, path it. So at that point, like we were able to 2 for 2 him. Like we wasted 2 cards to get rid of his 2 cards, which in like these kind of matchups is fine. So Soul Scar Mage hits us for 2, which is fine because we have a Helix that we can attempt to just hit that with. It forces them to have an additional mutagenic growth. And there's a Scepter. So actually, I think what we want to try and do now is we're actually going to Teferi downtick on the Soul Scar Mage, hope to find a length. If we have Isokron Scepter, Lightning Helix, that's going to be really good for us, and I don't know if the Blitz deck can come back from that. We did find a 4th land, unfortunately it's not the one that we want. So also if they have any burn, they're going to just direct that at Teferi, which is also fine. Soul Scar, yep. I guess they have like a, I'll say the Monster Swift Spear that can also kill Teferi, but again, like that's 1 point of damage that's not coming at us. So we're hoping to top draw an untapped land. Sanctuary. I guess Bolt is also fine here. It's like, alright, like, do you have another mutagenic growth? Because like once you get right around to that like 12 life mark, they can the Blitz decks can just win out of nowhere with like double of these, because then like 2 lava spikes is 4 triggers if they have 2 mountains. So like there's 4, and then it's like 8, 12. All right. So actually, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just put the Ice Crown Scepter down with the Lightning Helix. I don't believe they can 15 me in a turn. And then this leaves me up having to be able to do Cryptic Opt. And I assume Opt. Spell Pierce. Cool. I have no issue with that. So now we have Cryptic and Lightning Helix up, and we also know that they play Spell Pierce in the main board. So that'll also affect our later plays. So like now they have to write a very fine line of like how much do they want to go in. Well, double volt's pretty good. So go to 9. They go Lava Dart, Lava Dart. We're still okay? Because 7, 5. No, so they have to like Lava Dart plus an additional Bolt. So like Bolt or Path off the Bolt would definitely be preferable. Snapcaster would be fine as well. Force, alright. So let's attempt to Helix that. So put us up to 9. If they have mutagenic growth, they're forced to use it. We can also, if we wanted to, force a negation that mutagenic growth. Okay, so cool. Go up to 9. Yeah, so if they had a Spell Pierce, we had the 2 mana up for it. So maybe leaning towards that's what they maybe would have had. Alright. So land. So I think we are sitting in an okay spot right now. Scepter doesn't do anything for us currently. So now we just have a big old Cryptic up. Alright. So I mean, this isn't like a bad position for us. Typically with the control decks, this is kind of where we want to be. As we've taken away their board state, they've kind of dumped a lot of their resources. And now we're moving into the late game, which they don't do well in and we do well in our control shell. good old pass. I think it's worth risking. So we go silence, so then we can stop on our upkeep. I hope they don't have an braid. We play Griefer decks. It doesn't mean we have to be a-holes to our opponents. I mean, the cards are already doing that for us. Be nice to each other. I always express that. Like, yes, we like them to be salty, but we're also gonna be like nice to them. Like, yeah, this is the way we play. We take the game starts at 50% of the fun each of us. All right, and he's just like, and concede. Did we get Teferi off the top? No, 2 turns. 2 turns we had Teferi. That's pretty good. And we had a Helix up as well. Alright, so we're up against a burn. So we definitely want to bring in those. I don't think force negations matter a whole lot in this match. But yay, we effectively locked them out. Like, you're not getting your creatures back, and I'm at 9. And then having a Helix backup, like, cool, no. I should have had also to draw a land. But, I mean, we were looking okay with that once we got the Helix. And then the force negations would have also helped, so. We don't have an additional color source. But we are on the draw. We do have Snapcaster that we can use as an Ambush Viper if need be. Alright, so we're going to take 1. Alright, ooh. I mean... So, I mean, I guess with the Scepter now, we would just want to go after the white source first, because we can just, like, Scepter Helix. And, I mean, we can see if that's just good enough. Like I said, I assume they bring in the braids. We would definitely like a different fetch land and or color source off of the top. So we could, like, do Helix, play Teferi, and then turn 4 have Scepter with value. Yeah, you got it. They're like, just in case he has a bolt, they probably have a mutagenic growth in hand. So I'm like, yep. So I don't know if the version they are playing plays Lava Darts. They don't seem very mountain heavy. So a storming entity, maybe? Nope. Bolts. Odd? Like you would grab the blue for a reason. Oh, I guess they were like assuming Spell Pierce with the trigger on the stack. It's like, no. Alright, so we just want to go after a Hollowed Fountain first. And hope we get lucky off the top. No. We do not. I think I'm also okay possibly forcing them to just waste their turn with an Abrade. guess Scepter is kind of nice because sometimes it just get around like mana problems like this. Opt. So that did not have. Why would you not opt when you had the blue mana? Unless you, well, they could have just drawn it, I guess. So they're just going to go all in because I can just Helix it next turn. Or they're going to attempt to try and keep 2 spells up. Or like a mutagenic growth up. But even then, I'll still gain 3 life, and they'll have to waste a growth, which we're still fine with. So I was like, at that point, we are putting off the inevitable. Sometimes that's all that matters. We're agreed for deck wick. Alright, so Lava Dart. Okay, so they are playing Lava Darts. Alright, so 11, we'll go to 8. Ooh, Bolt. Live to stage. Okay. So 4, and they could flash it back for 5, 6. We could go to 5. Mountain Opt. Okay, that's actually, we are definitely okay seeing. Okay, so we'll go to 7. Scalding Tarn. Okay. I mean, target that. Cool. I was like, see if you have a mutagenic growth. No? Cool. So next turn we can have double Helix up, which will be nice. Oh, man, like the more I play with Isochron Scepter, the more like, this is nice. All right. Did he find a creature? Storming Entity? Yep. It's a good thing we have effectively double Bolt, and he doesn't have blue up. Man. Scepter is saving me this game. So so far it's going to be 1 extra Lightning Helix and a very well timed, not mana screwed Lightning Helix, which was very important. Okay, let's do this. Get our steam vents. Nope. Okay. Okay, so now we just need to find the silence. Pay 2. Attempt to Helix that. Woo! Oh, man. Alright. Us gaining life matters. Yep, you have a Dargon. Cute little Dargon. No blocks. So it's like I can just double Helix it. Live stage, yep. You got it. He taps out for a second light up the stage. I would definitely am Helixing it on my turn. Second dragon. Attempt to kill that one. Show me the mutagen growth in your hand. I think my opponent's going to be conceding here. Oh, and that. That is just rude. Uptick. As it's like, you can hard cast light up the stage. I mean, you can bolt me. But like, oh, this feels so good. Yeah, hard cast. Oh. I mean, they could still kill Teferi. They have one of the rushers. They can't 17 me. We know that for sure. No target. Sanctuary doesn't do a whole lot. So we can go ahead and do this Ashkan Scepter onto the Blessed Alliance. Because at that point, I don't think he can win. Because now, like, it doesn't matter how big the things are. I'm going to be Helixing and Blessed Alliancing him out of this game. Yeah, cool. Teferi's bolted. Sure, fetch. Grab island. Pay 2 to Helix you. I'm just gonna move. Oh, that's just gonna disappear anyway. And then we'll pay 2 to gain 4 life. Me. Sure. Put a Helix on top. Oh, our poor opponent we're just gonna slowly just grind him out of this game. Alright, that's a concession. Alright. Well, at the end of the day, I had a lot of fun just locking people out or just being like, hey, look at this value that you're not coming back from. I said before, if you guys have decks you want me to play or try out, leave them in the comments down below. I will credit anybody whose deck I pick. So until next time, keep griefing. Bye.